go back. There's one more done. Those 4 more feet. I just want to cut. So they go in there, and that sticks out right there because we shortened the opening of the door because we're going to put a wall across through there and close in the bathroom and the nose. We will paint that. We'll put the other 4 feet down and I'll show you. Now the floor is completely down. We just have to paint the back 3 pieces we put in there. We'll go ahead and paint that. And it's already painted underneath. We'll go ahead and paint the top of it. And then we'll start working on the door, putting the plywood on the door, on the hinge door that goes down. We'll start cutting the plywood and putting it on it. One more piece to cut and put on the ramp door, and then paint it, and the floor and the ramp door, the plywood will be done. And off of the ramp doors, put the hooks in it for the cables to help it to raise it up. They go up in there somewhere on each side to help with it, raise the door up and down, and then the metal on the outside and the ramp door plus the trim on the outside will be done. Well, this is what it looks like now with all the floor down, the back ramp door completed on the inside or top side, whatever you want to call it. We'll have all this painted today and start working on the rollers in the spring that helps roll, put new cables and stuff to help open and close that door because it is really heavy now that it's finished. This is what it looks like with all the plywood on the door and the door closed. All we have to do now is finish painting the floor and the plywood on the back door, and that part will be done. Now I'm going to show you the door that I built and put it up there. And I've already showed you how I welded the hinges on. And it's got 5-inch screws where each one of these go up in there. There's 2 in each one on the top and bottom that goes all the way up in that 2x4. Plus, I've got 3 of these big bolts that go through that steel on the bottom that I welded onto the hinge that goes up through there. And then the cables, both cables were broken, and I really couldn't find, there's a few things on YouTube the way to do it, but I really couldn't find anything that I like. So I bought these things, which is close to what comes from the factory. You can see what it looks like. You can see where that bolt is, and like I said, those you just drill a hole and drive them into the wood. And then on the other side, I'll show you in just a minute, I'll put some eye bolts. At first I put them up here. You see these holes that are up there, that's the factory place that they were at from the factory, on the factory door. Now I'll show you on the inside, if you put them back there, what happens. Now from the inside, you can see how I've got them, the eye bolts, and we'll put them together with these little clasps, or whatever they're called, carabiner. But if you put them in the factory position right there, it rubs on the top of the door. You can see where the top of the door has rubbed on both sides. And that may be why the cable keeps fraying and breaks on these things. But that's factory position right there. And as far as that big spring and the rollers and the cable at the top, everybody that I saw on YouTube wants to stick rods in there and twist that up with the door down. But I think that I can raise the door up like it is and wind the cables up on each side and make it work that way. We're gonna find out in just a minute, because that's what we're gonna do. Okay, now I've hooked the cable in there. I've got to find out exactly where it goes. It's not very easy to do. I've never done this before, and get through with this, I may never do it again. I guess that's mercy.
Sound like the spring broke or jumped off, and that's what I thought, but it was the wind blowing the walk-in door closed. It sure made me jump.
Now we'll do the other side and see how it works out. Okay, got them in there. You can see where we use the carabiner or whatever that you want to call that on that side and that side to lock them into the eye bolt. And they're rated at 880 pounds each one, so I don't think that door weighs anything close to that. We've had to lower it down and raise it back up because when you wind them up, you can't see back behind there. And it'll get out of the little grooves that are in there. I don't know if you can see, there's a couple of grooves right there. It'll get out of those grooves. Now we're gonna lower it to see if that did it. Okay, lower it. So that's all the way down. Here will be the tail of the tail. The cables, both of them feels like the same amount of tension on both of them. Okay, raise it up. Let's just kind of step back here and see.
seems built silly to be so excited about this, but to us, this is huge.
That one's same tension on both of them. I think that's got it. Thank goodness. Also, I want to show you we moved it from there, which is the factory position, from the factory door down to there. So probably a good foot down the door, the same amount out. And you can see right there, as the door starts to open, that cable does not rub the top of the door anymore.
You want me to pull it down? Or?
Pull it down just a little. But you can see it does not rub. Okay, push it back up.
That's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. The next video, we're going to finish the door up, putting the metal on the clasp so we can lock it down. Please have a great day and keep moving forward.